What's up, aviators? My name is Chris, and welcome to the AZ Aviator channel. Thanks for joining. I want to start this whole channel off by talking about something safety related. Do you have an aviation go bag when you go flying? Do you have gear with you that in case something terrible happens and you've got to ditch and you've got to do a forced landing, crash landing if you will? Do you have gear with you that'll help you survive hours to days on end? That's what I want to talk about today. Over here I've got a bunch of gear with me I took out of the plane. This is my go bag here. This is my my bag I carry with me with all kinds of stuff in it that's just going to help me survive for hopefully as long as it takes until rescue arrives. So let's start off by talking about some of the stuff that I carry in here. And I've got it all laid out here on my wing right now. You can't see it. The camera's over here. I'm over here. Just a tripod thing. Anyways, I'm gonna put it all back in the bag little by little, and we're gonna start off by talking about okay, you've crash landed. You're somewhere remote. Help isn't going to be on the way for a while. What are you going to do? All right. All right, first off, we got to get out of the plane. I've got, hopefully you're able to get out of the plane easy peasy, but maybe you got to kick out a window or something like that. All right, you've made it outside of the plane. I get into the back of my plane. I get my bag out, depending on what's what. What are you going to do first? Well, your ELT went off, so that should hopefully help you when it comes to, sending rescue on your way. Don't rely just on that. I've got a little personal locator beacon here. This is an ACR ResLink 400. Just pop up the antenna like so. Push the button here. This is registered with NOAA, and rescue's on the way. It's a GPS located location device for you that they're going to send rescue for you on the automatically. It's got the ability to where when I signed up for this, I have I think my wife and one of my daughters listed on there as contacts. But it's got a little Velcro thing here. You can strap that onto your arm, while you're trying to hike out of there if you're in a very remote place. But I would say this is very important. Another thing that's probably pretty important is going to be communication. You probably got your cell phone on you, but is there going to be cell phone service where you're at? Maybe, maybe not. Do you have a portable radio on you? Maybe you can talk to other aircraft that's hopefully looking for you in the area. All right, 121.5, let's get on guard. Let's talk to somebody and get some help to you. So portable radio, make sure your batteries are charged up and are fresh. What if you have to be there for overnight or longer? What are you going to do for shelter? So for me, I've got a tent. All right, this is just a little portable tent. It's got what you need for a couple of people to help you keep warm. All right, that's important. So I'm gonna start putting this stuff back in my bag here. So we got a tent. All right, here is just some this is an emergency sleeping bag. Whoa, what happened there? All right, sorry, I don't know what happened there. It's supposed to be self-tracking. It found something else it wanted to track. Anyways, all right. So we've got our tent. All right. I've got an emergency sleeping bag, Mylar material. Here's one, and here is a second one. All right. And then we've got some rescue blankets. These are those foil Mylar rescue blankets. All right, there's a whole bunch of them in here, so hopefully that is helpful. All right, so we've got shelter. All right, so that's awesome. Now what? Food and water. Here's a whole bunch of bags of emergency water packets from SOS. I'm not sure how many's in here, at least a dozen or so. It is 4.227 fluid ounces, and there's a whole bunch of them here. So some water. Hopefully you got a water bottle on you also. If you land somewhere near a stream, I've got a life straw. All right. If I have to drink out of a stream, don't have to worry about bacteria. I've got a life straw. I can drink directly out of the stream. All right, food. How about that? Well, I've got also from SOS Emergency Food Rations. These are sealed. I honestly, hopefully, I never have to try them. They don't seem appetizing, but it'll keep you alive, and that's what's important. We've got some food rations. All right, what about making a fire? All right, well, I've got a bunch of matches that are in dry storage here in a Ziploc bag in a sealed container, as well as solid fuel cubes. These are combustible solid fuel cubes for if you need to get a fire started or if you're cooking something. All right, now what are you going to light on fire? Well, now you need something to cut stuff with. I've got a little hatchet here. That's going to come in handy. I've got a machete. All right. Also, that comes with this machete is the flint that you can scrape against it to get a spark in case you're out of matches and you need to go a different way. And then here's another small knife with a paracord handle. And it also comes with a small flint on it. So I got multiple ways of starting a fire to keep warm. Man, I hope you never have to crash in a situation where it's going to be cold out and the elements are going to be against you. But if you are, we want to be prepared. Safety first, right? Some paracord. Some rope's always going to be handy. I don't know why I brought this in here, but this is one of those things that for breaking windows, you're not going to break Lexan plastic windows, but it does have one of those seatbelt cutters on there, so that could come in handy. I've got a box of these snap lights. These are those plastic safety lights that you crack, and then you get the neon lights with it. Lighting is going to be important. I've got that, but I've also got, this is my everyday carry go bag, my little satchel here. I've got a flashlight on it. I've got a knife on here. I've got the old wireless hole punch. You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. What else? Oh, there's another knife right here. Here's a portable CO2 monitor that I keep on my bag whenever I'm flying also. Anyways, back to this bag though. Here's something that a lot of people probably don't think about. What are you gonna do to charge your cell phone? If you're gonna be out there for a few days, that could become a problem. I've got a small solar panel, USB powered, and in my bag I've got a couple of different USB cables. So that we can keep going. We can keep our cell phones charged up. Talking about communication also, this is a portable hand crank flashlight as well as a radio, and it has a little solar thing to the top of it. Don't know how useful it might be, but who knows. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, But we got one of those. That's cool. What about medical? Let's talk about that. What about medical? Medical could be a real issue. So, let's talk about that. I've got a pretty good size first aid kit here with all kinds of bandages and other first aid stuff. Gauze and plastic gloves and aspirin, ibuprofen, moist towelettes, alcohol swabs, that sort of thing. Hopefully you don't need it, but if you do, you got it, right? What if you got a bleed? What if you got some sort of cut on an arm or a leg, well, in that case, I've got a this is a personal tourniquet unit here. This is designed. You pull this thing out, and it's designed to give yourself a tourniquet. That's not the easiest thing to do, but it's built for that type of thing. You should also practice being able to do that quickly. All right. So here's a little small tourniquet, so you can tourniquet off a leg or an arm. Here's another small first aid portable kit that's, it has a little buckle here to put on your belt, and we've got, scissors and tweezers and other gauze and medical equipment here. Little pin flashlight. And that's about it. What else? I can't think of anything else that I always have on me. Of course, I'm going to have my cell phone. While you're in the air, you want to do as much communication as possible with any ATC or other airplanes in the area that you possibly can, to let them know of your location, obviously, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about. This is very important. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I fly in the mountains all the time. There's a lot of area that's very rugged, very harsh, and no good options for immediate landings. As you're flying along, do you always look on like your map and your moving map and say, if I ditched, where am I going? Is there an airport nearby? It's not always the case around here, and in fact, not always the case a lot of the time. So if I had to put it down in the wilderness, hopefully I'm going to find the softest bunch of trees to put it into, or whatever it takes to at least exit the aircraft in one piece, and set up shop until the cavalry arrives. But if that's what you got to do, you just got to be prepared for it, and that's basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. And hey, let me know, is there some more things that you think might be a good idea? I'm probably going to have a flare gun added to this go bag here. It's the one thing I don't have off the top of my head that I was just thinking about. A flare gun might be a good option. What about you? Anything else? Do you have something like this? I also realize not everybody has their own plane and just can keep this stuff in there, but that doesn't mean when you go flying that nothing's going to happen. So you got to kind of prepare for the worst. This might weigh about 25 pounds. Probably no big deal. Feel free, even when you're renting a plane, to bring along your aviation, bug out bag. If you've got to, if you got a ditch, you got a ditch, but you also need to survive. So do what you can. So, anyways, guys, thanks for joining me on my first ever video for my new channel, AZ Aviator. Thank you so much, and until next time, keep the blue side up. Talk to you later.